Hello, hello everyone. We are live. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is having a good day. I had quite a good day myself. I was able to run a lot of slave pens today. So yeah, I did a little bit of grinding today during the day. Managed to get my my scenario and expedition rep up and like all of that stuff. So that was actually pretty amazing. I'm quite happy about that. And tonight is gonna be just more of that. You know, tonight is gonna be more of us grinding that rep. It's gonna be about figuring out like, you know, what to do after. I know that the plan basically is, oh sorry, let me reduce the gain. Sorry. Completely forgot to do that. Yeah, there you go. All right, that should be fine. Alrighty, so yeah, today we got like I got level 64 actually. I'm a few bars into level 64, so that's pretty nice. And I also got some like just repetitive slate pens, but at the end we managed to get a Underbog done too. I think I preferred Underbog actually. I preferred the instance, and I preferred the I think it was more rep too. So like if I could do another Underbog, I would actually prefer that. But for now, like I made friends with this rogue that's called Holy Moly. He's a really good rogue. He's really nice too, a really cool guy. And then we also met like a really nice druid tank today that he's doing an amazing job at tanking, and he's also really awesome and super sweet. So like we kind of stick around all day, like, you know, running dungeons with people, and it was just really, really awesome. So, and these guys, both of them are online right now. I already asked them if they wanted to run some more, so that's what they're going to be doing tonight. But before we dig a little more into that, I want to do a little shout out to Oblique99. I'm going to play the alert right now. So thank you, Oblique99, for the follow. I really highly appreciate it. Oblique99 is one of my friends that is currently on Netherwind server, and whenever my cooldown for transfer is going to be done, I'm finally going to be transferring to this server and we'll be able to play together. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's playing a warrior, but we'll have to ask him. He might be popping into chat at some point, maybe not today, but in future days. So yeah, so that's what's happening in my world chat. So let's just dive into it. I was the druid tank that I was mentioning is currently in a run of slave pens right now. So we're basically just gonna wait for him to be done his run, and then we're gonna invite him to the group and start making another group, inviting people over and like all of that stuff to run their summons. So I'm just gonna get on the way there. I want to be ready for you know, like starting the runs right away. So I want to be at the summoning stone whenever he's gonna be ready, because he's gonna be exiting slave pens anyway. He's gonna be at the stone to help summons, you know. So let's just go right into it. Let's just go right into it. Okay, we're gonna fear these guys, because yeah. All right, there the fishes are back. I think I also learned that like my fiance told me that like in English there is no plural for like basically fish is fish in plural and whatever. Like I thought it was like fish and fishes, but apparently it's just fish. Either it's plural or singular, which I kind of personally kind of like, to be honest. But reminds me of Japanese when there's no like masculine or feminine determinants, and there's also no plural or singular either. Every plural or singular is only determined by context. All right, just did a little sound check there. So yeah, so for example, if you want to say like, I don't know, like I'm buying a house, I always use that example, whatever. Like if you say like buying a house, so the polite form would be like ie o kaimasu, or if you just in regular like not formal or informal Japanese, I guess, or just conversational Japanese, it'd be ie wo kau. So ie is house and kau is buy, and o is just a particle that basically is something that doesn't exist in English. I'm not gonna bother trying to translate because you can't really translate these. So basically the sentence would be the equivalent of house buying is basically what you're saying. So is it one house? Is it many houses? Is it many whatever? Nobody knows. Like, only the context is gonna determine that. So if you're in a context where it's like, you know, like, oh, like, hey, I'm a real estate agent and I'm talking to a friends about a bunch of an investment that I did, you know, then if it's the case, then it would be like, dude, like, sure, let's like, you just say like ie wo kau, and then they're gonna be like, the context is gonna mention that you are actually sorry, it's kind of weird, but I've been getting a whisper from a hunter out of the blue. I don't know if it's maybe someone from chat or something. Invite Angela Merkel, which is, if you're in chat, by the way, Angela Merkel, like, that's amazing. I absolutely freaking love your name. Hey man, welcome. Maybe it's none of that, like, at all or whatever, but I just think it's funny. Someone out of the blue saying like, hey, you need a hunter for your groups? Like, I you know, like, and then didn't even know I was in a group. Like, yeah. This guy reading my mind or something. So Hollywood is the rogue that I was talking about earlier. Did a few runs with him, like, tonight and last time and whatever, and he's a really good player. Really cool guy as well. So could do a little bit more runs. Oh, also today, this morning I leveled pretty much everything. I leveled tailoring up to 336. So the next step is I want to level until 340, and then I have a pattern. That's not on me, it's in my bank, but I have a pattern from 340 to basically 350 that I will be doing. So my goal is just to continue doing these bolt of imbued netherweave until we reach 340. And we need these bolt of imbued netherweeds. We need these for converting into primal mooncloth for our tailoring set. So we're already starting to farm some mats at the same time as we're leveling. My enchanting, I got it all the way to 320. And now I need greater planner essence, which I actually have. I have one. Do I want to put that on my chest? Major spirit? Yeah, let's just do it, chat. Let's just do it. Right? 15 spirit spirit on chest. I think 6 MP5. I have 6 MP5 right now, which I think 6 MP5 is technically like a lot more regen than 15 in spirit. But with the buff that I have with my talents, right? This one here, the more spirit I have, the more spell power I have. So, you know, having a little 15 more spirit is actually going to help by giving me, like, you know, a little bit more spell power, which is not going to be a lot, but, you know, every single point matters kind of thing. Think is wrapping up his SP run. Y'all want to do UB? I'd love to do Underbog, man. I didn't. Yeah, let's do UB, man. And I'm kind of tired of Slife Pens I'm kind of tired of Slife Pens, to be honest. And UB is actually pretty fun. Like when I ran it today, I actually really liked it. Do I have a, yep, Bolt of Netherweave. That's cool. That's cool. That means we'll be able to do two of these. No, not yet. Not yet. Still one. All right. Need 1 DPS for UB runs. waiting for tank to finish his SP run, and then we're good to go. Anyone wants to join? Sorry, I'm just might as well read it out loud because you guys are like, you see me sometimes typing in silence and nobody knows what's going on, so at least voicing it kind of kind of crazy. There's so many people, like people are still very much looking for what's it called, BF, blood furnace. Lots and lots and lots of people are still looking for a blood furnace group. Thought he was trying to walk into. Okay, so I'm just gonna go look in group chat, looking for one more DPS UB Underbog PST. Oh, is he done? Is he done? Is he done? One. What do you mean? I hate that I can't right click on my chat. It's just, it's bugging like whatever. He's on his way to last boss. Just telling my chat, you know, that we're looking for one DPS Underbog PST. Lucify. Okay, wait. Invite Lucify. Let's hope he's decent, cause invite Scurvy Dan. All right. All right, just gonna kick out right away because, you know, why not? We can afford it. Tank is wrapping. Tank is wrapping up his SP run. Then he'll join us. He's on his way to last boss. You know, when I realize sometimes when I do this that I thought I was like typing pretty quickly or whatever, but I realized I'm actually such a really fucking slow typer. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think it should be a good group because hunters make a lot of damage. You always see that he has like T2 helm, so I'm guessing he's probably decently geared. Oh, we had a hunter earlier. Holy crap! The first run that I tried to do, we had a hunter. He was so decked out. Like he didn't have crazy gear, but he was pumping so much DPS. It was absolutely insane. So I don't know if it's gonna be if this guy is gonna pump as much, but let's surely hope that he or she does, because we love big pumpers. Last one I did, we had 2 warriors, and one of the warrior was one of my guildmates, and holy shit, he was like absolutely decimating the meters. I'm trying to keep, you know, keep the tank in good faith kind of thing, you know, just keep whispering, saying, hey, it's almost, it seems like he's in a shitty run, you know, so I'm kind of like, hey, keep it up, you know, it's almost done, blah, 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 you know. Fantastic! I wonder if like these guys, like the Fel guards, I wonder if they actually use mana in their spells. TDX. I felt like I run with TDX at some point. Was it the same TDX? Angela Merkel is in slave pens. Let's try to scare him. Let's try to scare him. Let's do this. Let's do this. I think we managed to scare him a little bit. No, Scurvy Dan. No, Scurvy Dan, don't die on me. Oh no, they died. He said like there's a guy in his group. They seem to have like a shitty group, and they were kind of like oh, we ran into the they ran in the one guy ran in the middle of a group, and he just like alt tab out and being AFK and like whatever, and they just like made the entire group wipe. That's a little gimmate here. Let's annoy him just a little bit. It's just like the guy literally just the guy like he made the white group, and then his response was literally sorry, was alt tab is what he said in the chat, and then the tank is just like, oh, get a second monitor for your porn, man. Sheesh. Actually, that's like next up on my list, to be honest, of things I have to do is I have to get myself a second monitor so I don't have to like use my laptop for my chat. You know, I can make it all in one. Because now it's like, even if there's like alerts or anything happening right now on this screen, I don't really see anything because I have to have, basically right now on my laptop, I have what's it called? I have my YouTube stream that is live and my Twitch stream that is live, but it's like the stream manager from Twitch. Like it's not the same thing that you guys see, because there's like the alerts and like all the stuff that are there, but it's all like separated. It's not like on the same thing. So if there's an alert that pops up here, I don't hear it necessarily right away, or it's gonna not appear at the same time on the stream over there. So there's like this delay and stuff I have to deal with. So anyway, it's just in order to be, you know, like more efficient, to be more on top of my shit, on top of my game and all that stuff, it's I need to be able to have everything ready there, knowing what's going on, you know, at once. And but yeah, so today chat was just an easy day. I've kind of just like you know, like I just chilled. I did some professions this morning a little bit. Like I said, increased my tailoring, my enchanting as well. I got myself cooking also and fishing. Cooking, I already had it, but I had fishing all the way to 375. I went to buy the book, which is in the what's it called? What's it called? Lower City? Yeah, Lower City of Shattrath is where like the guy was called. So I just bought the thing, and I also took the time. I actually spent a lot of money. I had like 800 gold, whatever, and I went all the way to 650 gold just from buying. I did like some auction house stuff because I upgraded my wand to my rod. Sorry, my enchanting rod to the Runefell Iron Rod to be able to do some of the these enchants here. Because as you see, from these I could still use the Rune True Silver Rod from Classic, but now where I currently am with this new one that I actually have to do, I need to have the Fell Iron Rod. So I just bought the mats, which was very simple actually. It's not the same super complicated rod as in Classic. It's actually fairly straightforward, I'd say, to be able to get the mats. And yeah, so I did a little bit of that, move forward with that process. And that way I can start be a little more aware of what I need. Like I know I need a lot of these both of imbued netherweave to transform into the primal mooncloth. And yeah, it's like for these I need to have arcane dust, which comes from enchanting. And I was about to spend all of my arcane dust in like this, and then I'm kind of like, or this, or like whatever. And I'm kind of like, ah, shit, I can't really do that. Like I need to keep my arcane dust for this. So anyway, I watched out guides online, and I did the moves, and I upgraded the right way, or the way that seems to make sense according to like efficiency. Yeah. After that, I did slave pans, all this. So if you remember, but yesterday, when I left off yesterday, I was at about here in Friendly to Honored. I was about here, like in that Cenarian Expedition bar. And so we finished that. We finished that of the bar, and then we grinded all of this today. And I think today I probably did something like, I don't know, I'd say maybe something like 4 slave pens, like maybe 5 or 6 slave pens, and 1 underbog, and it got us here. And now the plan is the same thing as we did with Blood Furnace or the Underhold Reputation. Is we basically cap this bar all the way to 599.99. So like the limit, the last it could do, and then we go to Telerador and we turn 1 quest. And when we turn that 1 quest out at there, Terrador, when we turn that 1 quest, it's going to make us go to Honor. And then we're just going to do as much quest as possible in the region. We're going to do pretty much all of the regions. Like, I think these quests, this one. We're going to do all the quests here. Everything is going to be like in that region. And that is supposed to make us go all the way to Revered. And then when we're going to be Revered, we'll be able to buy the key for farming heroics. Looking for one more DPS UB. Yeah, or I wonder if Angela Markle is actually in the guild. That's probably where he saw my message, to be honest. No, not even. Okay, let's try. Looking for one more DPS UB rep runs. I would have loved to continue having that level 64, man, but okay, we like that. We have a warlock. We definitely want that. Invite Ray. Then, oh, Raiden, see what you did there, bro. Our tank is in SP right now. He's wrapping up his run, and then we'll be able to start our UB. Whisper, Drenzy. Oh, and Drenzy's the guy that we ran up all day. I wonder if I can do that actually. Like one guy from my guild, he was kind of like, oh, we're running this, but all the greens are going to be disenchanted unless needed. You know, I kind of wish that I was able to do that. Just loot all the greens that's unwanted. I'm excited because I really like this druid tank, and I honestly, so far in the expansion, okay, so my assessment from a holy priest perspective in these dungeons has been that so basically a druid tank is by far the tankiest. So it takes a lot of damage. Oh, nice, he's inviting. Yes, he's done. Invite. Hello there. In a good Obi-Wan Kenobi style. So, like, yeah, my assessment from a healer standpoint is that tanks, like, druids tank are the tankiest, so they suck a lot of damage. They're very resisting. They're hard to kill. They have so much HP. I have to heal them more, but they're just more resistant in general. But sometimes they're not as good as at holding aggro. Warriors were really good at holding aggro when I was in Blood Furnace, but it's because the guy was running with like this, like Fury DPS. it was like you should get a warrior for this. It's better synergy than a warlock. But I mean, you know, this guy's been here. He's been waiting. He's been whatever. So I'm kind of like, yeah, let's try with this guy. And if ever he doesn't do the job, if it doesn't go well, then I guess we'll just, you know, like find a warrior for the next group. But I don't know, like he's been here waiting and stuff. So I don't want to like. I wonder what warlocks are running right now. First of all, is he well geared? Not really. Demo, is it Felguard? 1 to 3 when ready to summon. So far, the warlocks that I've seen, they're kind of like dishing out a good amount of damage. I don't know about this guy because did you get it? I just have to I hate doing that. I wish like somebody else would take care of that shit so I can focus on the stream, but like so far every single group that I've been in, I've been the one like having to literally manage everything, and it's been quite a pain because I can't focus on the stream because I have to focus everything else. You know, so it feels like there's a repeated pattern. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna start my fan because it's getting hot. Alrighty. All right, everybody's here. All right, let's do this. Yeah, also like there's a lot of people, like I know like one of my friends is like this. They're kind of like, you know, for lack of better words, I'm just gonna call them like meta whores. You know, it's like they only want to play what's meta and that's it. Like anything that's not meta, it's not even worth talking about. It's not even worth considering. It's not even whatever. All of the decisions, everything that they do is about like taking the thing that's meta. You know, it's kind of like I've been running dungeons with groups that are absolutely non-meta whatsoever. And, you know, it's been going very well, so. Used to be okay. He has, like, technically has better gear than me, but. All right, chat. Here we go, another run. So I'm trying to get used to voicing out loud the things that happens in the game to help people that might not know what I'm doing, but also might not be used to just seeing World of Warcraft in general or something like that. So always start, because it's a druid tank, again I always say this, but because it's a druid tank, you don't want to shield them as much as possible, because that's how they generate their rage. They generate their rage from being attacked, so you want to make sure that they always have a lot of like as much rage as possible, because that's how they're going to be holding their threat. Now, I was about to get threat, so I faded right away. I'm gonna dispel the dots. You can see in my UI on the bottom left corners, bottom left corner is when they're gonna have like a dot or something on that, if I can dispel them. If the dot is kind of greenish, it means that I'll be able to dispel it with Abolish Disease, which for me is a mouse over a macro that I keybind to my F. So when you see something in the bottom left, I just put my cursor over it. I don't have to click over it, and I press F and it automatically dispels it. And then if it's a magic effect, the icon, instead of being green, it's going to be blue. And then I have the same mouse over macro thing, but it's going to be with Shift F11, which is a mouse button to me. So mouse button is where I use Dispel Magic. And I also have the macro that I run. The macro that I run runs basically, if it's a enemy target, it's going to be a purge, and if it's a friendly target, it's going to be a dispel. So see, now you have this disease that's there on the right, on the left corner. So I pressed Abolish Disease. Okay, we're starting to get home, because our thing was not able to keep aggro. And the Abolish Disease of Priest, for those who don't know, the Abolish Disease of Priest, the way it works is you press it one, and then it ticks like every few seconds. So every few seconds it ticks, so you only need to cast it once, and once you've cast it, after that you can pretty much let it run, and it runs for 20 seconds. So for 20 seconds, every 5 seconds is going to dispel something. So once it happens, you just click it once, and then you just let it run, and it's going to be dispelling for like every 5 seconds or 20 seconds. Which is really helpful, because if we have to do it like every single time, it'd be kind of a pain. These are elemental, right? Yeah. So we're definitely not pumping as much as last time for sure. But I don't think it matters that much. I think we're still gonna be fine. One thing that's really cool is our tank is actually not getting a lot of our tank is not taking a lot of damage, so it gives us a luxury to be able to kind of like fool around and heal other people, whatever, without having to worry with him that much. But basically the way it was going to work is I'm always going to keep Renew up on the tank at all times. Whenever other people are taking a little bit of damage, I'm probably not going to have to heal them right away, which means I'm just going to like this guy got aggro, so I'm going to shield him. I got a free heal, so I'm just gonna use it on a flash heal, because why not? This guy's taking damage, so I'm gonna shield him. That was a life tap, so I'm gonna renew, because he probably will want to continue life tapping. I'm gonna help with damage here, a little bit of damage, this, and Shadow Word Death. There you go. He'll probably want to... So I'm sending a renew because... Oh no, okay, he's full mana. Alright. So I think comparatively, it's not like the highest DPS group, but people seem to kind of know what they're doing. So the first thing I do at the beginning of each pull, Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Pain. This guy's gonna get put a disease. I'm gonna dispel it once, and then you see it's gonna keep dispelling every 20 seconds. I'm gonna put a shield on this hunter because he just got aggro. I got a guy on me, so I'm gonna fade. He's not going away, so I'm going to shield and run to the tank. I was trying to find the tank and couldn't do it. I'm gonna shield this other guy as well, the warlock, because he was getting aggroed. And we're gonna cast heal because everybody's pretty much dead. I think this is the kind of group that it takes a lot of time for damage to ramp up, but then when the damage is actually ramping up, it has a lot of damage. Critically sneezing. I think at some point this is just gonna randomly proc. Like it's like a dot that's on you if you want, and eventually it's just gonna like explode and it's gonna stun me for like maybe, I don't know, like a few seconds or something like that. So just waiting to be full mana. We have the luxury to do that because of the okay, we're gonna pump some big heals on this guy because see, that was the little stun that we just had was actually the your narrative is very good. Well, thank you very much. I'm liking it. Reikatsu. So Reika sounds Japanese and Tsu sounds Chinese. Am I is your name any has any kind of Asian influence to it? So here at the beginning of every pull, as always, I'm going to Shadow Word Pain every single mob, making sure that we get as much damage as possible. It's still, Shadow Word Pain is a lot of mana for us, but we can afford it because the tank is not taking any damage, so we can afford to kind of just do that, wander way up to MP5, and you know, also with Shadow Word Pains and just Renew on the tank. Renew on the tank is actually on this guy because he's pretty geared. Is enough to keep the tank like alive for a very long time. Okay, our hunter feigned dead. That's perfect. So the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna renew this guy because he's about to life tap. The way it's gonna work, it is like basically you just pop renew on the tank, and after that you spam Great to Heal rank 2 when you start to get low. So now he's getting around 70. My healer, my rank 2 is supposed to bring about 30% HP. Nihongo. Oh, Nihongo. Oh, Nihonjin desu ka? Nihongo ga hanaseru ke? Oh, we want that blue. I wonder if that sells. Male strength MP5. Maybe a maybe this blue is gonna sell for a bit. That'd be really good. In case you don't speak Japanese, I just ask you if you spoke Japanese. So, because as you might have noticed, I do. And I haven't had a lot of people coming on stream that can actually speak Japanese, so that'd be really cool. I'm gonna abolish disease, prevent preemptively, just making sure in case that he actually gets a disease on him. Whenever I'm self-taught, that's awesome. So are you you don't, if you're uncomfortable answering any question, you don't, you know, like feel free to say no, I don't want to answer. You're more than welcome. Don't feel any pressure to answer. But where are you from? Are you from a non-Japanese country and you just kind of thought yourself Japanese, or... Oh, I have a little mission for you, by the way. I have a little mission for you. So, my name also has Japanese influence in it. So, the little test that I have for you is I want you to try to see if you can figure out what my name means in Japanese. Little homework for you. Just gonna reply to that, warrior. Yeah, we'll change that lock after the run. All right. I'm for the US, but are you willing to learn the language? I want to come visit Japan someday. Yes, man. I really, like, if you can, man, you're gonna have a really good time. Probably one of the time of your life. Actually, I lived in Japan for a while. Well, for 4 months actually. So it's not super long, but I did. So if you have the chance to go there and live there, I think you should absolutely do it. You're gonna have a blast. And especially if you're like, you know, in Japanese culture already, as you've alluded to. If you're already in Japanese culture and you like learn the language and did all that stuff, whatever, and it's already like, you know, like your jam, you're gonna absolutely love it. Like, you're not gonna be disappointed for sure. What is your interest in Japanese culture? Like, oftentimes people that are into Japanese culture, they have very like particular, like very specific interests. You know, some people it's anime, some people it's you know, like just culture in general. Some people, like me, it's actually philosophy and history. Many Japanese friends I want to meet. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. It's even more cool, man. If you go there and you already have people that are like there, they can like show you around. You can probably even like, you know, go and like stay at their place or something like that, whatever. Japanese people are very hospitable people in general. Everywhere in Asia, including Southeast Asia, are usually very hospitable cultures. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Actually, I played Final Fantasy 14 not too long ago and I stopped. So are you still playing FF14, or do you what brings you into a WoW stream? I'm curious. Do you play WoW as well? All right, so now I still play. Cool, awesome. Which version of the game do you play? Do you play a classic WoW like me, or classic TBC that just released, or do you play retail WoW? There's a big WoW, but community is so much better. Yes, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. It's right now the community is kind of nice because it's like the new expansion that just released here, like on TBC just released. If you're not sure, if you don't know what TBC is, it's basically one of the oldest version of the game that got released like not too long ago. And this is basically what I'm playing right now. But yes, you're absolutely right. Like, WoW is a very toxic community. It's been having a toxic community for years now. And for the small amount of time that I played Final Fantasy, the community was absolutely unbelievable. It was really nice. People were very friendly, very helpful. You know, so yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the comedian in Final Fantasy 14 is actually definitely better. So what do you play in... So you used to play WoW, you play Final Fantasy, you used to play WoW, so you don't play it anymore. Now you're exclusively playing Final Fantasy is what I'm understanding. Do you play, what do you play in Final Fantasy? What jobs do you have? Alright, sorry, it's a little bit of an intense pull here, so I want to make sure that we all live, you know. What made you stop playing? Okay, thank you for asking. Basically, I just missed WoW too much. Like, it's so the thing is, when I play in retail WoW, I like to do PvP. And I went to pretty high rating, which is like 2.4k rating. If you're familiar with the rating system in World of Warcraft and Arena, I went all the way to 2.4k rating as a holy priest with a good friend of mine. And when I got this, it was an objective of mine, and I decided to kind of like stop playing. And I went to Final Fantasy because I wanted something different. But then Final Fantasy PvP is actually like almost non-existent. And the game was really fun, but it took me, like, I wanted to kind of, like, get to end game and try, you know, like, new stuff and, like, whatever. But you really have to, like, everything is about the quest, right? It's about the main storyline quest. And it's not just, like, the main storyline quest, but it's, like, you can't skip ahead, and it's not suggested that you do. So it just, I wanted to be high level. I wanted to know what my class or what my job would feel like at max level. And it felt like I just kind of like never could get there because it was just so long for me to be able to get anywhere. So that's pretty much what me. So it took me too long to my taste to get to max level. And when I get to max level, what I would have liked to do would have been PvP anyway. And there's basically no PvP. So that's the story as to why I stopped. And eventually, it was announced that TBC would be released. Like this version that I'm playing right now of World of Warcraft would be released. And whenever that was announced, I was kind of like, oh yes, like I absolutely need to play this game. I can't just not play it because I love it too much. So that's the story. I main healer as Astrologian. That's exactly what I was playing as well. I love playing Astrologian, man. It's so much fun. I have max levels of tank and DPS, and it can be helpful. That's so cool. Yeah, if I can be completely honest with you though, like if I could play World of Warcraft like Astrologian was playing, oh my god, that'd be the freaking dream. That would be the absolute dream. Playing an Astrologian was so much fun, you know, like managing the card. It's like you always have something to do, you know, like in between your heals, in between your stuff, you have to imagine your card, you have to like pull the card, then throw it, then changing into like a lady or a lord of, I don't remember exactly the terminology because it's been a bit, but yeah, Astrologian is like the epitome of like, you never have downtime as a healer as Astrologian, and I absolutely loved it. It was so amazing. I really, really loved it. Oh, it brings me memories now. It brings me so much memories. Thank you for reminding me of that time, you know? That was a good time. Alright, so throwing a few renew, then dotting everything. I'm gonna shield this guy because getting a little bit of damage, but I don't want to have to heal him. Throwing big heals on the tank. Fading because I got aggro. I'm gonna renew the tank because he's about to die. Renew basically everyone right now. If I have to do, I'm gonna shield this guy because he's taking too much damage. Basically, our goal right now is the least we try to... Oh, thank you for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. Reikatsu for the follow, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's like our goal is basically right now as like holy priest, as we're leveling, is like the least casted heals you have to do, the better you're off. So when someone starts taking a little bit of damage, you throw Renew on them to be able to heal them over time. And if they're taking too much damage, it means they're being targeted. If they're being targeted, it's not like an AoE damage, it's because the mob is actually attacking them. Then you just shield them right away. Your shield is gonna buy you just enough time to be able to throw a heal afterwards if you need to. But most likely by that time, the tank should already have aggro back, and your guy won't be taking any damage, and Renew is gonna heal him to full already. So right now, see, this guy took a little bit of damage. I just threw Renew, and now he's not losing any damage, which means it was just an AoE thing. So I don't have to heal him more. Renew is just gonna take care of it himself. So yeah, I'm curious. Can you I know I kind of threw like a lot of questions and stuff your way, but what about Japanese culture are you interested into? What is the part of Japanese culture that got you into wanting to learn like the language and all of that stuff, and self-taught the language? That's also quite something. That is something. And I speak from experience because I know what it is. I know what it is like to learn Japanese. So yeah, I know what like self-teaching yourself Japanese is pretty intense. I've kind of done it myself, but for different reasons. So I feel you, buddy. I feel you. And for someone who wants to teach themselves Japanese in the way that you did, it means you might have a pretty strong motivation behind it, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it is not easy. So I'm curious if you're willing to share with us what this motivation is. And by the way, everything has been on hold now because like a lot happened in my life recently. So like a lot of I promised some kind of like content and whatever that hasn't been out yet because I just had kind of like a lot of stuff to manage and stuff. But if you type !info in the chat, is gonna bring you to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, it's basically a like it's a video that's gonna explain. It's a 5 minutes video. It's gonna explain like what you're gonna find on my channel, to be honest. But if I can give you a little summary right now, basically that channel is gonna be a mix of WoW gameplays. I'm gonna do like guides and streams and whatever. Like it's actually gonna be like uploaded on YouTube. But I'm also gonna do educational content on YouTube like stuff that I study, like Japanese culture, like all of that stuff, like my time there, and like just East Asian culture, philosophy, history, and stuff like that. So if you want to just have sometimes some like, again, I promise right now that the video that's upcoming that I want to do is a video about tea. I'm going to explain a lot about tea, its history, its mythological origins, the different ways to brew it, how it's brewed traditionally in East Asian cultures, blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be a lot of like just educational content in general about stuff related to East Asian cultures. So you know, if you're interested of just seeing these videos when they're gonna come up, make sure to go and check out my YouTube. It's Fugeki22 is the same names and stuff. So mostly just the people. They seem to be so kind of respectful. I have a few friends who I love to talk to. Yes, they absolutely are. There's sometimes their respectfulness is not always for lack of better words, sometimes the respectfulness is hidden behind a little bit of hypocrisy in some cases, but it's not hypocrisy that's like for wrong reasons. But yeah, you're most likely, whenever you're gonna be in Japan, most likely like they're gonna treat you amazingly. They're gonna be super respectful. They're gonna be the most helpful probably you've ever been. People be in general in life. Because people tend to not be. You're from America as well. Well, I'm from Canada, but whatever. Like you're from the American continent, so we know what it feels like to have not helpful people around us, I guess. So being in Japan is definitely gonna feel like very, very helpful, very respectful, all of that. So also aim to be a polyglot. Yes, just so I can make friends with everyone and share smiles. I love your attitude, man. I love your attitude. This is the way life should be treated, man. You're right on. And I keep saying, man, I'm sorry if I don't mean to assume your gender. But it's, man, in this kind of like, you know, like friendly way, like buddy or something like that. It's what I mean it. But I love that. Just speaking so many languages so you can just make friends with people from all over the globe. That's just so beautiful. That resonates with me very deeply. This Warlock is going to life tap, so I'm going to renew preemptively. Raiden, you don't have to life drain so often. Just DPS. I'll take care of healing your life tap. I understand. Lol, it's okay. Awesome. I feel though. Okay, so good. Thank you for clarifying that. That way I'll be more careful with that. So do you currently... So you say you aim to be a polyglot. So I'm curious, is there any particular other language that you speak right now outside of English and Japanese? I mean, just already speaking two, to be honest, is already something, I would say. Oh, good, I'm not the only mana user. So that means I'm not going to be the only one that's going to be mana drained. So this guy's going to take a lot of damage, so we need more than a shield right now. This guy is being attacked, so we're going to shield him. We're going to renew the tank. So here on this guy, I'm being mana drained. No! So these guys have a spell, the Spear Hunters, the Spearmen. Like right there, like the Murklawed Spearmen. This corpse here on the floor. They have an attack that is basically, it just drains your mana. And it's a poison, so you can dispel the poison, but priests cannot dispel poison. As a dwarf, I'm lucky because I have Stone Form. Every 3 minutes I can dispel the poisons with Stone Form, but... Okay, I'm gonna fade because people are coming at me. I'm gonna renew pretty much everyone. No, I don't need everyone to be renewed. This guy maybe dispel. Okay, now, yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. Hope these guys. If these guys pull, I'm going to use a mana pot, restore mana. I know a little bit of Spanish and German. That's awesome. Are they also self-taught, or did you learn it either in familial context or at school or something like that? Okay, Shadow Word Death this guy. I'm tired of him just spamming Shadow Bolt from the distance. Alright, let's drink. Let's drink to full. So far of all the languages that you... So I know right now you're speaking in English, and you mentioned earlier that you're from the US, so I'm gonna throw myself in the water here and assume that English is your first language, maybe your mother tongue. And so of all the language that you had to learn, it might be English if I end up being wrong with my prediction. But of all the language that you had to learn, which one would you say was the hardest for you and which one was the easiest? Self-taught and picked up by friends online. That's so cool. That's so cool. You must have a very, 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 very high skills for learning languages if you can learn languages on your own just by kind of like, you know, meeting friends online and all that stuff. That's actually pretty insane. So I'm trying to line of sight this Spearman here because he's the one that mana drains. So if I stay line of sights like this, he won't be able to mana drain. And I'm in line of sight of my tank to be able to heal him. And line of sight of this guy. shit, he got me. So I'm gonna Stone Form. Because it's the end of the pull, I shouldn't have Stone Form there. That was stupid of me. I should have waited for a more important pull to Stone Form out of this. Oh, we love when tanks do this. Tanks throw Innervate at us to increase their mana regen. So I'm gonna throw some big heals here because our tank is in trouble. I'm gonna fade. Renew this guy. Renew this guy. Throw some heals on this guy. Right now, I popped both of my trinket. I have a macro here that makes me pop both of my trinkets at the same time. So I given a lot of healing. So when that happens, I use heal rank 2. So very, very low heal, but ends up healing for a lot because of the trinkets, basically. English is my first artist would be Spanish. You kind of got to talk backward in compared to English. That's funny. What do you mean speaking backwards? That's super interesting. Because it feels like that's generally that's generally how people describe Japanese, right? Because you have the verb that's at the end of the sentence, and you have the subject at the beginning, and blah blah blah. So a lot of people, it's like, you know, in English it'd be like I buy a table, and in Japanese it would be table buy. You know, and you let go of the pronoun most of the time. So yeah, I'm curious as to so you're talking like about like the pronunciation, for example, that feels like it's backward. You're talking about like grammar. And my guess, I'm probably completely off, but my guess would probably be that the English would be German, because it's also English is a Germanic language, so it's kind of like in the same family, and there's a lot of words that, although it is different, there's a lot of words that are similar in terms of pronunciation. Ba-ba-dum. Alright, you ran in. We should be fine. We should be fine. I'm gonna shield him to give myself the time to throw a big heals. And then I'm gonna renew. I chastise that target because it's when you chastise, it makes damage, but it also immobilizes the target for 2 seconds. So when people are like running out of the group, and they're running towards me, towards the captors, towards us, then I like to slow them down because it gives the time the tank to maybe give in a swipe or something like that. No, that charge, that charge, bad charge. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna throw in some big heals here. Everyone. Should be fine. I'm gonna do a binding heal on this guy. Okay, I'm gonna mana pot because it's a big pull. Okay, I have Desperate Player on myself, so I'm not gonna use any heals because I have a big oh shit heals for me, which I'm gonna use right now. I'm gonna shield myself. Hollywood, I don't have anything for you, buddy. Sorry. Trying to fade. Okay, we got the fade. So our healing priority is the tank. Oh my god, are we managing this pull? This pull was actually insane. Great work. Holy crap. I can't believe we did this. Woo! Yeah. I don't know Japanese well enough to compare it to other language, but Spanish is something like what you described with the table. Okay. The noun would come first and then the verbs. Okay, yeah. Je mange la table. Interesting. Awesome. So yeah, when you have stuff like this, it's definitely confusing. You know when everything is just in reverse like this? So we have stone form for if ever he decides to poison us. We should be okay. Okay, he's dead now, so we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna shield this rogue because he's getting some damage. So did you, you're very curious to have a good hand on your, obviously. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yes, curiosity is pretty much my livelihood in many different ways. So it's a big part of my personality, and I love having conversations with people. Just, you know, a little bit like you said earlier. You know, you said you like meeting people from everywhere, speaking different languages, so you can, you know, so you can just engage with people from all over the globe and exchange ideas and like whatever. But yeah, I feel the same way. You know, so in that way, like, I love being able to just ask questions, get to know people's stories. I feel like we live in a world that people's stories are very, very, very underrated. You know, like we tend to, a lot of the value of what we have tends to focus very much extensively on oh, fuck me. A lot of the values that we have is like, you know, in like truth in the kind of like scientific way, you know, that it's very much about like numbers, rationality and whatever, and people's own personal experience tends to be very highly devalued. So I like to learn that. I learn to learn people's experience, what they've been through, where they're coming from, what's their interest, what, you know, just share about what it is to be a human being from a different perspective, you know. I'm trying to keep the tank alive so badly. Woo! We managed. Very good. Thank you. Anyone who will question things and asking is very smart in my book. You and I are operating under the same definition, my friend. I agree with you. It's one of my favorite philosopher. One of my favorite philosopher of all time has a saying that he says, like, the goal or one of the most important part is to put the quest back in question. You know, questioning is a quest to learning, it's a quest to truth, it's a quest to many different things, but the action of questioning itself is always an action of like a quest. You know, it's like a journey towards somewhere. You don't know where it's gonna land, you don't know where it's gonna be, but it's about bringing back that questing part into this. So a lot of the time people like to show off by, you know, a lot of people like to show off by answering everything and claim they have the answer to everything. But I think that I feel like the question is very underrated. Too underrated, if you want my opinion. Now, if we're talking about different experiences, then I've been through quite a few. Yes, I don't mean to assume anything, but women tend to have to go through a lot more worse experience than men in this highly patriarchal bullshit society. So I am not surprised to learn that you have been through a few things yourself, and I'm sure a lot of it would have to be do with gender. If I'm not again, I don't have to say anything. I'm not pushing for anything. You feel comfortable to say whatever you want, but it's we live in a fucked up society that has so many different intersecting structures of oppression on top of one another, like intersectional oppression, and it's absolutely horrible for many marginalized groups out there. If you're not a white man, you're basically, like, society is not always kind to you. So alright, let's big heals on the tank. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna health pot here because I would have loved to mana pot, but honestly I needed the heals. Okay, I'm gonna fear that. Fuck it. I need the I needed the time. No. It absolutely isn't. I feel like a lot of this messed up society that we have tends to very much downplay, it's like, I don't know, it's like trying to, yes, especially one that's transgender, absolutely. It's like, God, people are just, like, the transphobia is so real, homophobia is so real, everything is so intense, but it's not only that, it's just like, we tend to we want to like put people in boxes and stuff, and put people in boxes, and then we treat and engage with people from the fact that they have to be in one of these boxes specifically, and that's the way we engage with people, is through what labels we're able to attribute to them. And when you don't fit in any labels that are considered to be the norm in society, it's very, very hard. And I wouldn't be able at all to relate or express to probably all the stuff you might have been through as a transgendered woman, but stay strong, honestly. And if you want to talk about anything, whatever it is, you're always welcome to share anything you want. It doesn't have to be personal, it can be just societal critiques, whatever you can. Everything here is welcome to talk about. I'm trying to foster that the best that I can, an environment that is very nice, very welcoming, very understanding, and so whatever you feel comfortable sharing, please. I feel like if there's anyone that could be very well, from without having to disclaim too much, or without having to mention a lot about yourself or your personal stuff, I feel like you would have a lot of experience to teach a lot of people as to, like, how to engage with questions around, like, transgendered people, or question about, like, what it is to navigate and, like, a very oppressive society, in many different ways, and be tips and tricks from your own experiences. I feel like there's a lot of education that needs to be made around that topic, and it's I'm trying to do my best out there, but this environment of this channel is trying to do just that. It's kind of a mix of gaming, but it's especially an educational channel. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my I don't know if you wrote anything during my very intense monologue, but it's my, I don't have a second monitor on my screen, so I don't have a second monitor on my screen, so basically when I stream, when I get to see my chat is basically by having my laptop open right beside me. And the problem with that is that whenever I don't like, you know, like press on the button on my laptop for too long, the screen's actually shut down. So that's exactly what happened. The screen shut down. I couldn't see if you actually wrote anything. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's kind of one of the, like I was saying, like one of the goal of, you know, like what I want to do with this channel and what I want to do with, you know, the stream, but also with my YouTube channel, whatever, is doing that educational component, you know. But and I can like do so much on my own, but a lot of these things are, you know, things that it's I can talk about it from a very intellectual standpoint, you know, of like, because I've studied this stuff, so I can explain, you know, like structures of oppression, how they're being perpetuated, what are the ideologies behind it, where they come from. Like I can talk about all of that stuff, but sometimes having this personal experience voice to be able to say that stuff is way more powerful, and a lot of people relate to that. You know, like some people might not relate to, you know, like a privileged white man being here on stream talking about oppression, whatever, and be like, what do you know about it? But if they hear these personal stories and personal perspective and experiences, it's oftentimes way more powerful, and it helps people a lot. So like, you're more than welcome again anytime that you pop on stream, you see people coming in and talking about stuff, whatever, and you want to kick in and share your opinion, please do so. Help me educate people, you know. I said I've been jailed before and was forced to be put up with men. Oh my god, really? I was supposed to see. Oh, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Oh my god. I can't imagine the toll that must have had on you. Holy shit. And I can't imagine the repercussions, even to this day, right now, to be able to live with whatever happened in there. You know, it's it can be a very traumatic experience. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, no, it's might have been put in protective custody. Like, I feel like it's, you know, it's helpful in a probably in a very narrow way in that moment, but it's still very cool. And I'm sure that's just a fucking messed up part of like the, you know, the legal system that probably has some kind of like messed up thing about, like, you know, it's kind of like, as a transgendered person, you know, like navigating these stuff and being like navigating that system, and then again it's kind of like, what label do you fit in, you know, like, oh, you're not a, you know, you're technically not a man, you're not a woman, blah blah blah, and like you don't fit anywhere, so we're just gonna put you with men because of biology and whatnot. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like I feel like the legal system is so fucking backwards for this kind of stuff, and I'm sorry to hear that you were just kind of like, you know, like in a way at the mercy of that stupid ass system. Was in for 6 months. Wasn't too bad at first, but my first death said he left to the hospital since he had cancer, and I got some young kid who was annoying. Oh, yeah, that must have been horrible, honestly. Sorry to hear that you had to go through this. I mean, I was about to say I wish you probably didn't, but I'm pretty sure that you probably wish you didn't have to. I'm guessing, from the way you seem to be talking about it, at least. Big disc DPS the bear. That's how it is. That's the plan, guys. That's the plan, folks.
We fight to the death.
Oh, I needed to be jealous, out of control. All right. I'm not the one to judge, man. I'm not the one to judge, and I don't want to push you to talk about your experience if you don't feel like it. So like, you're more than welcome to share if you want to, but I don't want to push it if you feel uncomfortable. That's why I'm not asking any further question. But yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes I guess some people need that, you know. And if you seem to think that there was good for you to be going to jail, then I guess like nobody else is better judged in that than yourself.
Please, obey me. Kill them at once.
Damn, why is he taking so much damage? What the hell? What? How was he taking so much damage? That was ridiculous.
Well done.
What was that damage you were taking? I was diagnosed with schizophrenia while in jail since I had a blackout that led to my arrest. Oh, wait, so if I understand correctly, they put you in jail, and then while you were in jail, they diagnosed you with schizophrenia. I'm guessing you were probably dealing with some psychiatrist there. That a blackout led to my arrest. Okay. I feel like I don't know about you, but and again, you know your life better than anybody else. We literally just met, so please take what I'm saying for a grain of salt, with a grain of salt. But I feel like if there's one place that I would, you know, doubt the diagnostic of anything is be, you know, diagnose it with a psychiatrist while being in jail. It's like, it's so stereotypical. You know, it's like, oh, obviously, you know, like, I don't know. I know because my sorry, just my fiance is in she's a psychotherapist, and they tell me, but I haven't. Okay, that's good. That's good. If the medication helped, that's awesome. Yeah, so my fiance is a psychotherapist, and she has like a lot of like critiques of what is it, of psychiatry as an institution, because it's like they just way too easily kind of like label people, you know. It's like the idea is like they don't treat people, they treat a diagnosis, right? And sometimes some stuff that are diagnosed in a particular way by a psychiatrist are not necessarily kind of like what's actually going on, you know. It's just they need a, for lack of a better word, like, you know, they need a diagnosis, and they just kind of like throw that there kind of thing. But in your case, it doesn't seem to be the case. You seem to be saying that actually the medication and stuff that they prescribe out of that diagnosis was actually super helpful. So that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. All right, we did it, chat. All right, I'm gonna go a little silent right now because I'm gonna have to reform the group and stuff, so I'm gonna have to just take care of a few administrative stuff in the game. So please bear with me. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Ready? Check. If yes, we do UB. If no, we do pens. Alright. Any DPS for slave pens? Warrior would be great. Okay. During my blackout that led to my arrest, I apparently said that I was hearing voices. Okay, so yeah, pretty sure that's schizophrenia with the hallucinations. Very probable. Very probable. It could also be a dissociation, which is not necessarily schizophrenia. But, I mean, as in my mind, as long as right now, if you feel like, yeah, if you feel like the, you know, like the meds have been helping out, then, you know, that's what counts. You know, that's what counts. I'm not here being able to question, you know, like any of the decisions that were made with respect to the diagnosis. Like I'm completely out of my place for doing that, you know. So, especially if it's been helpful, you know, it's like. All right, let me disenchant a few of these things. Large brilliant shard. Ugh. We got some motes of life though, so we're happy about that. That got us a lot of rep, man. I'm pretty happy about that. Waiting for Tweety to be able to appear here. Come back. All right, he's here. Let's do this. It's Lado. It was nice sharing with you. You're very kind and understanding. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing it and sharing this. Sometimes sharing these stories are not easy, and I appreciate that you give me the trust to be able to share that. It really means a lot. But you're welcome anytime. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you around. All right, chat. So it seems like we're back in slave pens. Seems like we are back to the pens. I mean, I've done this run so far now, I pretty much like know it by heart, to be honest. So just gonna dot these guys up with Shadow Word Pain. Finish them off with Shadow Word Death when possible, like this guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let him pull, and as he starts the pull, we are going to make sure kill slaves first, please. Naga last. We need rep. I feel like 2 hunters should, you know what would be really funny is this guy, Angela Merkel. This guy, I'm saying this guy, this player, this person, don't want to assume any gender. Came in saying like, oh my god, it's a boosted hunter, blah blah blah. Congrats. He's like, oh my god, it's a boosted hunter, not gonna do any damage, blah blah blah. And then like, look at that, he actually out DPS the guy on the pool. That'd be so funny if it'd be like that the entire time. The guy just whining because, oh my god, it's a boosted hunter, it's gonna be like shit, and then gets out DPS'd every pull. That'd be so fucking funny. I hear a lot of mobs here fear, so you always want to make sure that you use Fear Ward on cooldown on your tank. And yes, you want the tank, not anybody else. The reason why is because if your tank gets feared, they basically lose aggro. Just making sure we get everything we can. Because the slaves give rep, and in towards the I think pretty much like if you don't kill the slaves throughout the instance, I think you lose something almost like, I don't know, I'd say between 15 or 20% of all of what the rep can get from this run, which is absolutely ridiculous. Maybe chat, maybe this is going to be our last run. Alright, everything seems in order. These pulls are hard because there's a bunch of people that fear. Yeah. See, that guy was running away, and as we're running away, we just Shadow Word Pain. Not Shadow Word Pain, we Chastise, so that way he would like didn't catch up to the tank. And after that, we were able to use Mind Blast followed by a Shadow or Death to be able to finish it off. And Chastise does quite a lot of damage. Like if it crits and stuff, it can actually be pretty good. So. Okay, so Fear Ward was consumed. Champions are the ones that AoE fear. All right. Sorry, my fiance just sent me some of the funniest shit ever. So we're gonna dot everything, trying to okay, fade, so that guy goes, okay, doesn't want to fade, so we're gonna run to the tank. Alright, it worked out. That's good. Oh, we'd love to see this, chat. We'd love to see the druids innervating in between pulls to accelerate the process. This is just pure gold. Did he purge me? I really heard the sound of a purge. Please don't kill an Naga before. Okay, good. I really don't trust the peoples to kill the slaves first. All right, we did it. So I feel like we're getting a little comfortable with our pulls and whatever. At least the tank is for sure. So he's kind of like pulling a little faster, and it makes it that I've like to concentrate a little more. Yeah, you have this Tweety Hunter. This guy, Tweety, that's literally just like blasting the main Naga guy while everybody else is attacking the other ones. Got a wand. Oh, I got a new wand earlier. You guys didn't see this, but I got this. This one here. Look at that. 96 DPS. And 20 healing spell power. That's amazing. He's got a reflective shield on, so we're not gonna attack. But this guy doesn't, so we're gonna go all out. Yes. So we're just gonna renew the people that are low HP, because most likely we know that the tank has he's gonna get attacked. I know it because he got the debuff. You can only get the debuff from these guys that is dispellable. You can only get it once you get attacked. Yeah, you can only get the dispel debuffs once you get attacked. So when I know someone is getting attacked, it means they're getting targeted. If they're getting targeted, it means that they have aggro, and if they have aggro, it means I'm gonna shield them, because renew won't be enough. Okay, I had to desperate prayer myself here. I have a free I had a free spell from my concentration aura. that rogue kind of screwed us a few times, LOSing us with the pillar there. Sorry, I had to send a little text to my fiance. As you're aware, if you're a regular on the chat, I like to, you know, I like to make sure everything's okay, send you messages. So he got attacked, obviously, so I'm gonna shield him right away. Throw a renew, it should be enough. By the time the renew falls, I'm gonna take that time to put it a little bit of Shadow Word Pain all over the place. Gonna put my renew. Gonna help on damage. Shadow Word Death, Chastise, all that good stuff. That kind of seems to have been the case, you know, like this guy was laughing. I was like, oh my god, we got a boosted hunter, and next thing you know, it's like that was crazy. You see the patches running all over there? That was fucking hilarious. Guy's taking damage, so we're gonna shield him, throw in a renew. I don't know if they're running towards me. No, they don't seem to. At this point, we're not gonna renew anymore because they're so low that most likely we won't be able to get full value from our renew anyway. So we're gonna throw in a renew and heal in case he mana up, in case he decides to pull. Then whenever he pulls, at least he's gonna have some healing while we still regenerate.
Don't make me kill you.
So now we're gonna be able to afford to drink to full. Now they're all gonna stay in range. Gonna reapply the dots. Yeah. That's why you want to stay max range, guys. because he's gonna have this like mana explosive totem. Flash heal, binding heal, or greater heal. His mana cost reduce. So just because we can, we're gonna just greater heal. Shave. So we want to win these because we're hoping to be able to disenchant. So I think, yeah, chat, I think this is gonna be our last run. I think after that we're gonna be capped. Okay, I think it's worth it to Shadow Word Pain because he was still high in HP. The hell happened? His HP literally dropped. Oh, because he fell down, that's why. Okay, I get it. Damn, we're pumping though. This group is a group of pumpers. Oh, cool. Okay, we got one thing to disenchant. Okay, we're a little low on mana, so we're gonna have to go easy on the mana consumption. So I'm gonna try to use as little as possible. And so far we can afford it. Because people aren't taking any damage. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We got a very aware hunter here. We should be okay. Like, he's gonna go in with my renew, enrage. It should be fine. You know, these guys know how to kite. It should be like, by the time I'm done drinking, nobody will have enough damage for me to just like, you know, this guy when he's gonna be low, I can literally just like shield him and throw him a heal. But I won't even have to do this. Oh, we love to see it. Aspect of the pack. You. Bloink. Alright, so we're just gonna keep up our renew on everyone. These guys can't run away. I think we're literally gonna pull the whole instance. masterful kiting here, chat. That was awesome. That was such a scuffed pull, but that was awesome. I loved every second of it. My last run, I'm gonna be honored after that. Fading away. Dispel this guy. Shield this guy. Okay, I'm gonna put a greater heal on this and then renew. Which should be more than enough. If they go towards him, we have chastise. Oh, he resisted my chastise. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're not mad. We're not mad. Oh, Shadow of Death. Yeah. 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 Every time we get to Shadow of Death, we're happy. Okay, I think this one should be good because this guy, we have a group that pumps. So it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, healing everyone. I don't know why that didn't use my trinket at the same time. We're kind of sad. You should be able to full. Damn, what should I do? just keeping the party healthy stuff. For some reason, my chat has become more and more unstable. My bitrate has been going down. My latency has been going down. Might be because of internet usage or something. But anyway, after this run, guys, it's gonna be it for the stream anyway. We're gonna be hitting the maximum that we possibly can. You should be fine, you should be fine, you should be fine, you should be fine. Oh god, I was scared. Okay, I'm gonna heal everyone. A big heal is gonna be mana intensive, but I feel like we need it. Okay, I'm gonna renew these guys just because I don't want to have to heal them like a lot. And they're not being targeted, they're just kind of like taking damage from AoE, so just a renew is enough to be able to top them off without consuming too much time. I should have needed the I really should have needed the mace. If anything, I could have just disenchanted it. Yeah, that was stupid of me. That's a good idea. Yeah, Holly was just like, I said, yeah, this is gonna be my last run. You know, like I'm there. I'm at the maximum of the, you know, like all of that stuff. Oh my god, I put the Fear War on the tank and it got consumed like instantly. Alright, we killed the thing. I'm gonna Desperate Prayer now. Because I didn't want to have to use anything. I'm gonna dispel this as soon as my thing is up. Okay, I'm shielded, so I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, so after, when we're done here, which we're officially capped. We are officially capped. Then the next step is basically just doing quests in Zangarmarsh. And doing quests in Zangarmarsh until we reach... basically do everything that we can find. Everything that we can find that gives... No, he managed to use my... Okay, where's our tank? Tank is there. Trying to kite towards the tank. My fear ward was up. But we shouldn't be needing it right now. I'm gonna keep it for last pull. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it for... God, I love Shadow or Death. It's so satisfying to press. Okay, we're gonna say like save a little bit on mana. We're just gonna wand. All right. So we should have kicked into the MP5 rule, which should give us a little bit of mana regen right now. I'm still gonna renew the tank. He's probably gonna run in anyway, and I'm gonna be drinking. But at least he's gonna have a little bit of healing as I'm already drinking, so he should be fine. I'm gonna shield myself just in case they decide to just run around and kill me randomly. Yeah, chat, whenever we're gonna finish this run, which is gonna be in a few minutes, it's gonna be the end of the stream. And I've been going to bed very late every single time this week, whatever, and I want to make sure that this time I give myself the chance to rest a little bit. The tank literally has like no aggro with these guys. It's kind of ridiculous. gonna dispel everyone because these roots are making doing quite as a damage. All right, easy peasy. Little groovy song to end this last slave pen. And for those who don't know, I also looked it up today. I do not have any gear from heroic or for normal, like, you know, like last level, whatever. I have no gear that drop from slave pen and no drop that comes from the Underbog. So these are basically, except if at max level we're gonna help a friend out kind of thing, this is going to be the last time most likely that I'm gonna be doing slave pens. I'm kind of excited. I feel like I've seen enough of this place, you know. You're targeting like a pet or something? So what I do is I just renew the tank, keep my dot up, and DPS. I'm actually gonna DPS a little bit more. These hunters are absolutely gonna roll on this. All right, chat. Give me 1 second, chat. Leaf party. All right, sorry, that was me. That was my my screen going going black from All right, chat. We finally did it. We finally did it. We are honored. Well, we are going to be honored with Cenarian Expedition, and the next step is, which I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to do it, because my fiance's coming over to the apartment tomorrow and probably gonna spend the whole day, and Saturday the whole day again. For those who don't know, like, my next stream is going to be on Sunday, so I'm Sunday at 10:30 p.m. EDT, and I always stream from 10:30 to 12, if ever. Sometimes this week I've been going a little off stream because of the TBC launch, because of all of that stuff. So I have been streaming most of I've been streaming most of my TBC leveling, but not like all of it. Whenever I'm streaming, sometimes I've been starting to stream like off stream, like a little in the middle of the day or something like that. So if it is the case, the place that you'll be able to see that would be on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter at Fugeki22, you'll be able to have the updates as to whenever I'm go live. But if anything, you can always hit the notification sign on your on the Twitch page, and that will allow you to have some notifications to when I go live. And you can also do the same on YouTube. You can hit the notification bell, and you'll have notification for whenever I go live or whenever I update new videos and stuff. But if you want like the live updates, so when I'm going to go off stream and like all that stuff, and make sure you can be there and prepare, see if you can, then Twitter will be the place to go. And that's literally the only reason why I'm using Twitter, is exclusively for that. I don't use Twitter at all for my daily lives or for social media purposes. So you won't get, spam, you won't get anything or whatever for me. The only thing you'll get is literally updates to what's happening with the stream, when I'm going live, when I'm not, or something like that. But chat, thank you so much. Thank you for the amazing conversation. Reikatsu had I had an amazing conversation with you today. It was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for everything that you shared with us. It meant a lot. I hope to see you on stream another time. And thank you for the follow. The follow is greatly appreciated. It actually helps so much when people follow. Like, people underestimate the value that it gives to small streamers when you follow. It's absolutely amazing. And also Oblique99, he didn't do it on stream, but Oblique99 sent us a follow also on stream. So thank you, Oblique. We really, really greatly appreciate it. But follow other people out there. Next stream that is scheduled is Sunday, 10:30 p.m. EDT. If ever I end up going live before that or something like that, or if I can't make it on Sunday, which is most likely unlikely, I will most likely be able to be there. Just go on Twitter and you'll be able to find it there. But chat, thank you so much. Thank you for the great time. We've made it. We're finally honored with Scenario Expedition. The next step is just to do the quest to get this all the way to Reverend. So yeah, this is most likely, if I'm not going to do it on stream, I might do it off stream. If not, the next stop is basically going to be just farming mana tombs. So new dungeon, new environment, new groups, and let's see where that leads us. But until then, thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.